As I stated yesterday, this is a strong week for us to work towards our goals and dreams. We are in the driver's seat to move ourselves forward, and we need to show up consistently right now and push ourselves out of our comfort zone. To initiate that conversation, to perform that action, to take that first step into the unknown. So sit back, relax, let's explore the cosmic energies together. Gain an understanding of how we can utilize this energy, embrace this energy, and move forward today and every day. Hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and welcome to your daily focus for May the 30th, 2023. So, thank you for being here, and thank you for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send me each and every day. We have a 30 energy today. The 30 energy is about a time of feasting, a time of celebration. It's when our work starts to pay off for ourselves. We start to see the rewards. We start to see the benefits. There's something worth celebrating in our life. 3 plus 0 is celebration, happiness, good news can come to us under a 3 energy. It's about allowing the transformation to happen in our lives. And it's about communication. It's about conversing. It's about talking. It's about learning through words when we try to grasp knowledge. Now, if we look at the numerology of the day, it is a 5 plus a 3 plus a 7, which gives us a 15 energy. The 15 energy asks us to look at those behaviors, those habits that actually pull us back, that keep us in kind of a detriment, keep us pulled back from where we would like to go, where we would want to go. So look at your habits, look at your behaviors on a day like today, and understand what doesn't serve you anymore. Do you eat too much? Do you sleep too much? Do you gamble too much? Do you shop too much? Do you, whatever it might be, partake in maybe drugs or alcohol, or maybe you smoke, and so that keeps you at bay for some of the things that you would like to do, because you can't think of taking a 20-hour flight somewhere without that cigarette. So you're not going on that trip. That's a for sure thing, right? So it's all about looking at our habits, our behaviors, and what holds us back. Maybe we don't like to get up till after 10 o'clock in the morning, but between 5 a.m. and 10 a.m., there's a whole day there, it seems, to utilize that energy when the whole world is asleep, for you to get out and do what you need to do and get a jump on the day. And that might be your saving grace and being able to have that extra time. Maybe, meditation, things like meditation and yoga are things that, it takes 15 minutes to a half an hour maybe to include it into your life, and it seems like there's extra hours in the day once you start working that into your routine on a regular basis. 1 plus 5 is a 6. That's our health, that's our well-being. So taking care of the temple is very important. We may look at healthier choices today for ourselves. The sun is in Gemini, the moon is in Libra. And it's another day with no exact transits happening up in the sky today. So usually when I tell you that something's happening at the sky, that's usually the peak. That's when we'll feel it the most. But there is always this build up and this wind down to every energy. And so we were winding down from certain energies. We had enough of it thrown at us at the end of last week and throughout the weekend. We don't need any new energy in our lives. We're dealing with this stuff, and we are walking towards some new energy forming in the sky. It's a time when we must motivate ourselves to take that step, perform that action, initiate that conversation to move ourselves forward. This is a time when we need to get out of our heads and start to work towards some tangible results. To look at how far we've come, what strategies have worked best, possibly where adjustments are needed while not breaking stride. So it's up to us. It's the free will in us. We can sit back knowing that there's no major energies pushing us around, or we can decide to create our own energy. Motivate ourselves to step into our passions, our dreams, our desires. Our underlying energy for today is the Empress. The Empress is a very fertile energy. very grounded in nature. She's usually appears in most decks as very, very pregnant. Okay, so it's about giving birth to, or rebirthing, or creating something in your life, planting those seeds. So we will be in tune with the notion that this is the time to plant those seeds. This is the time to start to water and start to aerate and start to fertilize and start to allow it to mature into the goal, the dream that we see as the end goal. Our first card is the Eight of Cups. And yeah, it's stepping out of our comfort zones. We don't really necessarily want to walk into an uncomfortable situation or create an unstable environment for ourselves. And that's exactly what it might feel like as we go off into new journeys, new opportunities, new adventures, stepping into the unknown. And we know that if we do step forward, there are some things that we need to leave in the past or not be connected to in a way we once were. And those are things that we may have enjoyed. Okay, so let's say you want to save money, so you're going to start brewing your pot of coffee in the morning, filling up a thermos. Do they even make thermoses anymore? Filling up your thermos and going off to work instead of going through the coffee shop drive-through window every day on your way to work. Yeah, they made a great coffee and they have all those little flavors that you don't have at your house, but also what it cost you to make that one pot of coffee for yourself each and every day added up to maybe a day and a half of what you spent at the coffee shop, right? So it's about letting go of some of those things, those little perks that we have in our life that we like, that we're comfortable with, that we enjoy. Maybe it's shutting off the TV for a month and not allowing yourself to Netflix binge or watch any kind of TV or movies or documentaries or anything like that. Just turn it all off and put your mind towards learning a skill or growing a skill or maybe writing that book. So it's about letting go of some of the things that we actually like in our life. Maybe it's very short term too. Maybe we can have that back in our life once we establish ourselves. But for the time being, we know it's costing us time, money, or energy in order to have those things in our life. And we don't want things costing us right now. We want to bring in the abundance, right? The Five of Wands, working together, teamwork, bringing your best to the situation, to the event, to the environment that you are stepping into, and being your best person, but also allowing everybody else to be their best. So you can really work as a team and all of your best talents and abilities can come together. So any kind of teamwork. Okay, the teamwork has to be, it can't be just one person speaking and kind of leading the way. Almost like nobody's in charge. Everybody comes with a voice and everybody's strong in their voice and what they bring to the table and their strengths and their abilities. And we have Judgment back again in the third position this time. So going forward, this is a judgment, I think, of ourselves. We judge ourselves very harshly that we're not trying enough, or we're wasting time, or we're wasting energy, or we're wasting resources. And why did I buy that last week? Because it served no real purpose, and now I could have used that money for something else. We kick ourselves in the rear quite often, don't we? We beat ourselves up quite often. So really watch the self-talk as you go towards your days right now. I would say always watch your self-talk, but over the next couple of days, when it's so much about free will, we can really talk ourselves out of doing some moves just by beating ourselves up a little bit, being hard on ourselves, where we should have pushed ourselves more, or we regret it, or there's some kind of regret. We were late for that function. We slept in on our alarm. There's 1,001 things that we trip and we go, oh, I'm so clumsy. Why would you say that? If your friend tripped, you wouldn't say, oh, you're so clumsy. You wouldn't. Are you okay? You want to hang on to me, right? We offer support. We don't do that to ourselves, and we should be. We should be loving ourselves and saying it's okay. And we're only human, and so we proved we were human today. Went and did it again. So this is not being so judgmental, I think, of your own actions in the place it is today. And it could also be, especially if you're in some kind of group experience today, and it's something new and it's something different. Okay, it allows you to maybe where you judged your path that you could walk on and how it could expand in some way that you never saw before. Utilizing a talent or an ability in such a way that you never really put two and two together till you started doing it or somebody asked this of you and it awakens something in you. Okay, we will get a Nature's Whispers Oracle card. And today we have Breakthrough, the 8 energy. So the 8 energy is all about abundance in your pocket. It's about embracing our strength, our courage, and going forward, taking a risk on ourselves. And today we have Breakthrough. Now, it looks like the artist went out of their way to put in some beautiful detail into this card. I will hold it up. As soon as I get the page, I'm going to be reading to you. Okay. Feel confident that things are falling into place. Just as a seedling breaking through the surface of the earth, you too are going to experience an emergence. The efforts of your hard work will become evident, and you will begin to see the difference of all that labor and time you have invested has made. Count your blessings. You are gifted with a creative touch and the ability to generate new and wonderful things. Take a moment to feel proud of yourself for all that you have accomplished. So, yes, enable that pride. Look at the good things that you do, okay? And try not to pay attention to what you consider the negative aspects of yourself. Because really there are no negative aspects of yourself. It's just the way you view it, okay? So often the thing that we try to hide from people is the thing they admired the most. Maybe it's a robust laugh and, people have stated like, wow, I could hear you across the room. Or loving yourself, being able to have a laugh that carries across the room. And we have the snow leopard, self-reliance. Self-reliance. Isn't it amazing how it all comes together each and every time? It just blows me away. You are strongly independent and often solitary. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. So use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. And your intuition is telling you you need to do something, you need to say something, you need to have that conversation, you need to send off that email, you need to review your budget, you need to wake up earlier. Whatever your intuition is nudging you to do, pay attention to it, okay? Please pay attention to it because it will allow your life to unfold in silent perfection, okay? When we stop fighting what we're trying to do in our lives. And this is a time when we have to be strongly independent because we're walking through our dreams, our goals, our desires. This is a peak time for us throughout this week to really utilize this new moon in Taurus energy to move forward into some new directions, to bring in more substance, tangible realities into our life that we want to invite into our life in the first place. And integrity is important for your best outcome. Walking with a sense of integrity. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.